Next game on the list, Brad, we have Carolina plus 10. That's a big line. Plus 10 at New Orleans.
Carolina plus 10 in New Orleans. Carolina's kind of fallen off a little bit the past few weeks, have they not?
Yeah, it seems like teams have adjusted to Kyle Allen. He's turning the ball over quite a bit. This, and the thing is, we've been talking about this too, like kind of similar to what Pittsburgh's been trying to do with Mason Rudolph. They're just trying to throw short. But I will say Carolina obviously runs the offense through Christian McCaffrey. Even when he has a bad game, he still gets 200 yards. Christian McCaffrey's so good, man. Yeah, they're just crashing up, and they're basically like, okay, McCaffrey will get his. He's going to get his anyway. Let's just make sure, DJ Moore, Curtis Samuel, Greg Olsen, they don't beat us. And it's been hurting Carolina, man. They've been hurting real bad. So interesting game. That's a huge line. I don't love it.
Well, they lost to Green Bay. They played actually pretty well in that game, I have to say.
Yeah.
They competed. I don't know if the weather contributed to them staying in the hunt of that game, but they played pretty well. And then last week, what happened to them?
I think 29-3 against the Falcons.
Against the Falcons. The Falcons who've blown away two teams in their own division in the past 2 weeks.
I know, right after the bye week.
You see what we're talking about? This is why if you go 60%
all
year long,
yeah.
Like give yourself a big round of applause. You figured it out, man. It's like figuring out women or something. Like you've done it. You've done it better than you were the guy. You're the first guy.
Yeah, you're the first one to figure them out, right?
You're the first one in history. So well done. Plus, what is it, Sean? I'm sorry.
Plus 10. Yeah.
At where?
New Orleans.
And New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, you know what? I think it's going to be a tough game. I think Carolina comes back and resumes form. Maybe they went into Green Bay and they were playing top notch. I thought they looked very impressive. I thought their D line was great. Then they barely lose. Okay?
Yeah.
They could have won the game easy as far as I'm concerned. But then they go into Atlanta, and then maybe it's just one of those things where you overlook Atlanta for some reason.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Atlanta's defense has been a different unit coming off their bye week. It's the weirdest thing. I think everybody's playing for jobs. I think Dan Quinn, regardless of what he does the last part of the year, talking about Atlanta still, I think that he's going to be out. So I think players are really motivated to put good film on tape for the next coach coming in.
Yeah.
But, it's a big line. My computers like it. I just think New Orleans, again, they had their letdown game against these same Falcons. They came out. They handled Tampa Bay last week. I think it's a 30-16 game. I think New Orleans' defense is too good I think they'll slow down McCaffrey. Nobody stops McCaffrey. I think they'll slow down McCaffrey, and I think Kyle Allen's going to have a tough time with this pass rush. So I'm going to take New Orleans to cover personally, but my computers line up with you, Brad, and 10 points is a lot. I wouldn't bet it. I'm not going to put him in my picks this week because that's too big of a line for me, but I like it. Fantasy-wise, quickly, Allen's a sit, McCaffrey's a start, DJ Moore I think is a start, and that's about it. I think Curtis Samuel is a fringe start, but I don't love it. Actually, Drew Brees I have projected to have a tough game, interestingly, but I have Alvin Kamara going nuts. I have Michael Thomas going nuts. So I think basically Brees throws for 2 touchdowns to Michael Thomas, so I don't like anybody else in this game.